This video is something I'm doing a little bit off the cuff. I'm not scripting this out pretty much at all. So I had a very crude awakening this morning when I realized that Tiger Woods' rookie card had jumped pretty much 4x, arguably 5x, depending on what numbers you're looking at, in roughly a week. And I kind of want to preface this by saying that I'm not okay, everyone obviously knows hindsight 2020, right? You can see perfectly into the past, but the future is sometimes foggy. But I'm not doing this to be like I'm not I actually I'm asking for your trust. I'm asking for your trust that I'm telling the truth in what in the video I'm presenting to you today, and I'm asking you for to trust me in what I say, to take my word as my word. Because and that's hard to do because on YouTube there are plenty of people who would put something out just for content and views, but I want to genuinely convey that I'm not putting this out for views. I'm putting this out partially to share my knowledge. That's what Eric from those back pages always talks about, sharing your knowledge, but also just because I genuinely enjoy making sports card YouTube videos and I genuinely enjoy the hobby and the flipping side of things as well. So I just ask for your trust in that I when I tell this and not to comment that like, oh, hindsight 2020, and of course, but because this will make more sense the more I kind of get into this video. But Tiger Woods rookie card was pretty much sitting between, oh, I gotta scroll down with this, between $350 and $400, right there, 321. There, 400. And then pretty much overnight it went from like, uh, this is a 10-day stretch. Yeah, this is a little bit, but basically 2 weeks. It went from $400 to just shy of $1,600. And um, and I knew this was going to happen for a variety. So I saw Tiger Woods rookie card in a PSA 10 at 350 or so, and I said that's a steal. That is an absolute steal. Let's look at the other goats in history. Um, Baseball, Babe Ruth could be arguably the goat, or Barry Bonds if he didn't take steroids. Let's just say it's Ruth. I mean, like all those cards are over thousands of dollars. Well, you could make the point that Gaudy Babe Ruth is significantly um, less printed and less high grade. It came out off the press significantly worse than a lot of modern cards would. So maybe you can disqualify that. Fine. Let's look at Ken Griffey's Star Rookie in a PSA 10. And that card has what, 2,000 copies? That's just off the top of my head. I'm not sure about that for sure. But in a PSA 10, and that's kind of closer to this 2000 era time. I mean, I know Griffey's like 90s, but that's just kind of closer to Tiger Woods than Babe Ruth. It's more of an accurate comparison. That card in the PSA 10 is like 2 grand, and Griffey was not the best in the sport. And if you just look at the trendiness, if you talk about trendy athletes, this is my personal opinion. Behind Michael Jordan and maybe LeBron, LeBron global, yes, but in the U.S. behind pretty much just Michael Jordan, at least in his prime, Tiger Woods was incredibly trendy. That dude, he just has this hype. He has this feel, this aura about him when he plays and the way he conducts himself and the shots that he makes and his just ability. And I don't know how else to better depict it, but my one recommendation to try to have you guys understand this trendiness, if in this kind of excitement that he brings to the game of golf. If you're not necessarily a huge golf fan, look up Tiger the Artist on YouTube. Tiger the Artist, and watch the video. Tiger the Artist. That video is an amazing highlight reel of what Tiger Woods. Some of the things Tiger Woods has been able to do. So I saw this card at 400. I saw the Jordan rookie at 200,000. I saw Topps Chrome LeBron rookie at 16,000 and a 10. Those numbers are all 10, by the way. I see Ovechkin rookie in a PSA 10 at 3,500. I see Ovechkin. I see Tom Brady Bowman Chrome PSA 10 at like 8 or 9,000. And so I say $400. That's nothing. That's nothing for the goat. I mean, he's in my mind, and I think in a lot of people's minds, he's the goat of golf. I don't care that he hasn't won as many majors as Nicholas has. This man revolutionized the game of golf, and he won a heck of a lot. Pretty much almost more than anyone else. And people could point to the pop count. The pop count's very high, but pop counts. Look at Prism Basketball, Luka Doncic. I'm not comparing Tiger's fan base to Luka's, but pop counts are very large there, and doesn't necessarily matter. Look at Select. Select is expensive, but that's mostly because of the pop count. It's not. Oh, I don't want to argue selection right now, but pop count. I don't think. I think demand matters more than pop count. And whoever's gonna say, "Oh, well, look at the '90s crash." Yes, when you're that ridiculous in pop count, sure, sure. But I don't think this card is. I don't think this card. You could. There's a lot of arguments to be made about pop count, but this dude's trendy. His PSA 10 rookie card, key rookie card, it's gonna go for money no matter what, right? And I also saw that don't quote me on this. I'll post I'll edit an image in here if I can find it. Talking about you know um, I don't. Is there an ESPN documentary about this? I'm not really sure, but there's definitely one on HBO, called just Tiger, and it's releasing in 2021. It's releasing in the 17th, I think. I saw that, and I was like, wow, I got a documentary, sports documentary. Um, Look at what The Last Dance did to Michael Jordan's card. They exploded. That card went from like I don't know what it started at, but it climbed up to like 60,000. That was a new high, and then it climbed up to 100, and now it's at 200. So, and that's partially due to the explosion of sports cards on the whole, but that's also just due to the documentary. It brings more awareness to a player who has not seen the spotlight in a couple of years. I thought this was going to do the same thing to Tiger, and in a sense, it kind of has. That documentary is set to release soon. And, the Masters are coming up. Tiger's still playing. He still has a chance to be great. But even if he doesn't succeed in the upcoming years, he'll still be a legend. And he'll still be one of, if not the greatest golfers of all time. The super trendiness, the revolution. He's the Michael Jordan of golf, you could say. And anyway, so I saw this and I said, wow, it's super undervalued. And to be fair, I am a Tiger Woods fan. And let me go back here. That car was like $400. Probably like 430 shipped. But I didn't have. Sorry if you guys can hear there's the water running in the background. Uh, uh, I didn't have. I don't have $400 lying around in sports car capital. Um, so I just in my mind, I couldn't afford to buy Tiger because I couldn't afford to buy his PSA 10 rookie card, which was not a very good mindset. I could have looked at nines, and I'll talk about that later. That's kind of my biggest mistake, not looking at some of those other options. But to prove to you guys, that doesn't really prove anything because I could have just made this 5 minutes ago, but I swear to you, I didn't. This is my list of video ideas. I keep in an Excel spreadsheet. Here, these ones in blue up here. These ones I've already done, and then I blacked out everything else. I literally have like 18 queued up. I just didn't want. Oh shoot! I just didn't want you guys to see all my video days before I actually released them. That's why I blacked them out. But anyway, this was one of them. Tiger Woods is the GOAT and undervalued. That was gonna be my title right there. I was gonna talk about some of these key things, and I should have made this a couple of weeks ago. I didn't. I'm really behind my video schedule. Um, uh, Anyway, so in my mind, I couldn't buy Tiger unless I had the 10. That's partially because I'm a huge fan of Tiger Woods. So anything that wasn't the 10, I think. Well, in my mind, I was kind of buying this for a PC thing too. So I didn't really consider the nines. Obviously, I would take a 9 for my PC, but I was just kind of thinking more in line to the 10. Um, but I very, very well could have. Wait, is this really cheap? I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. But anyway, I definitely could have looked into nines or cards like this, just kind of like the variations and whatnot. I'm not too familiar with this set as a whole, but I could have looked into the nine. The nine was cheap. What was the nine going for like 2 weeks ago? I should have prepared this earlier. Let me see where this takes me. January 2nd. Nope. Sorry guys, I'm gonna pull this back to like the 4-page mark. Let's see. This was like 28th. Nope. 27th. Let me get back to like I was kind of looking at this around this mark, I think, around the 18th or so, 19th. It was before Christmas, yeah. This card was like a 70, 80, $90 card, and now this card's like 400 or 350 at least. So I could have looked into different options, and that's my biggest mistake because I saw this, I had an opportunity and I blew it because I didn't really think about my other options when it came to buying Tiger Woods. And the other reason I was kind of looking into Tiger Woods, I was thinking after soccer exploded, I was thinking, Um, the soccer market kind of got discovered. I mean, obviously basketball, baseball, football are pretty much discovered. Hockey's kind of discovered. I don't think hockey will ever explode, but it's pretty much been discovered. Like there's pretty high-end cards in hockey, and then soccer exploded. And I was like, wow, the only one left is golf, and golf hasn't really exploded yet. So maybe I should buy golf. And the only really big golf card is Tiger Woods. I mean, there are also big golf cards out there, but mostly it's Tiger Woods when it comes to the golf card market. Yeah, now that card's 430. That's so crazy to me. Um, I'm actually hoping this is like a bubble. If I hope we see a soccer bubble right here. 'Cause I would love to buy one of these things, even in a 9 for like 100, 120, 150 bucks. Just because I love Tiger, but I was frustrated that I didn't take advantage of discovering this last little niche in the sports card market. And so I don't know. It's definitely something I'm regretting, but I'm gonna try to move forward if that makes any sense. Yeah, where was I gonna go with this? I had something else I wanted to say. Let me think about it. What was I gonna say? Nines? Nope. Nope. Uh, oh, 2021 Artifacts Golf. I'm actually gonna pull it up on cardboard real quick. Um, sorry again if you guys can hear that water in the background. It's gonna be a really long video. Let's see here. 2021 Artifact Golf. This is also releasing in March, and it's the release of a relatively high-end golf product for the first time. This is the first time golf's being released in years. I knew that was also going to bring attention to the golf cards, and specifically Tiger Woods cards. I would love to be able to open a box of this. These are like 350 bucks, something. I don't know. They're crazy expensive, but I knew this releasing in March around the time of the Masters was also going to blow up golf cards. So there were a bunch of logical reasons as to why I knew this card was going to explode. I just really wish I would have thought outside the box a little bit more, thought of the nines. So it hurts to say that I felt like I called it. I I understood what was going to happen in the market. I predicted this, but I wasn't able to act on it, and that's what's so frustrating to me. But I'll just say I was a lot more livid this morning than I am now. I've kind of calmed down. I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with it, but I'm accepting it, and I know that I've got to move on and find the next great deal, right? But it definitely hurts to miss out on this one, because especially being a Tiger fan, yeah, it definitely stings a little bit, but yeah. I don't really think I have too much else to say regarding Tiger Woods. Let me know what you guys are doing with Tiger Woods. Are you buying? Are you selling? I'm not doing this trying to make you guys comment for the algorithm or anything. I'm doing this because I generally want to know people's opinions on Tiger Woods rookie cards. Are you guys gonna buy? Are you guys gonna go look into different options? And obviously, maybe not this one because it's getting a little pricey now, but maybe some of the other stuff, some of the other variations and different types of this card that may not have seen that increase yet. I also wonder if this will see a little bit of a recess. Once that documentary finishes up, and then once Artifacts Golf and the Masters have kind of cooled. I'm wondering if this card will cool back down again. I'm not sure this card will ever dip down to 400 again. I highly doubt that this will dip down to 400 again. But I could see this card dipping down to 600 or 700 easily. Maybe even going as low as like 600 or 550. That'll be interesting to think about. 275. That's so cheap, dude. That's so cheap. But hey, hindsight 2020, right? So I gotta look for a new angle. So I appreciate you guys tuning into this one. I'm sorry this was a little bit more rambly. This was partially just for me too, to kind of get this off my chest and kind of be able to talk about it freely. Um, but yeah, I've got more content coming soon. I think I've done a video a day for 3 days now, so I've got some more videos coming up. As you guys can see, all these blacked out squares are boxes, or not boxes. All these blacked out squares are video ideas that I have, and so I've definitely got a ton coming soon. So yeah, I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think of Tiger. And yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning into this one.